Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of that woo-woo shit. This is the Glorp Show again. Let's get right into it. We're going to start in on a topic. Are we ready?
So ready.
Ready.
Okay.
Born ready.
Ready born.
Prove it. We're doing crystals. Question mark?
Crystals.
Crystal.
I love
Who is
crystals.
she?
Crystal. I hardly know her.
She sounds like a
Taylor.
stripper.
It's actually really funny that we're doing this because my wife used to get really drunk and at parties she'd just walk up and be like, "Who the bleep is Crystal?" And people be like,
No.
like it's a thing she does. It's a thing she does. Like
Okay,
like it's not.
That's a fun bit. That's a really fun bit.
My husband, the name that I use is I'm like, who the fuck is
Oh.
Are you texting her? Like, I don't.
That's perfect.
But, like, yeah. But
You're thinking of Earhart, honey. You're thinking of Earhart. She died in a plane crash.
That joke.
Anywho, so some people believe in the power of crystals, the healing or potential to uproot your whole life.
Huh.
Does anybody have any crystals?
Yes, I do.
You use crystals? Talk about
No, I
it.
don't.
I have
Goodbye.
crystals. I have
Go.
quite a few. I don't have as many as I wished that I had, but I have crystals in every room of my house. I really try to like follow the guidelines, like best practices, like with certain ones, it's like keep in the back left corner of your house according to where your front door is. And
Whoa.
they have a vibration, like a frequency. It's a fidget spinner, sorry, ADHD. And I will meditate with them. Sometimes I just carry them around in my pocket, hold on to them. Sometimes I just don't even touch them. I just look at them, but I fucking love crystals. I think they're cool as shit, and they provide a
Crystals are
really
cool.
awesome healing power that is probably overlooked. So grab a hold and go on with it.
Cool. You grab a hold and get after it.
Yeah.
Clutch your crystals.
I got some crystals. I really know very little, if anything, about crystal healing and therapy, etc. But I just like having them around. Like I'm into wizards and swords and fantasy stuff, like Dungeons and Dragons. So I've always liked stuff like that. So having crystals around, it's just like basically having a toy around.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Look at that thing. It's an amethyst. It's just sitting on my counter there. Or a bunch of quartz. I got quartz all over the place. And then different rocks, like tiger eyes and just cool rocks. Bismuth.
That used to be my favorite.
Tiger's
rock.
eye.
Tiger eye?
Really powerful.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah, they wrote a song about it. I don't really know much about the crystal healing stuff, but I like having them around, and I like the knowledge that if there is crystal healing, I'm hopefully getting some of it just because they're around.
But pick them up too and hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I do that too. Sometimes I carry around a crystal in my pocket, but the same way I would carry around a coin. Like, this is a cool $50.
No one
I'm
knows
gonna keep it
it's
for a
in
couple
here
weeks. You know,
except for me. So haha, bitches.
It's mine. It's my little secret. It's my secret pocket.
I have a
Not a secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not telling.
So Sadie, I'll just ask a follow-up question, or Josh, do you guys like cleanse your crystals? Do you have any, like, do you set them out for the moon? Anything like
I've
that?
done that, but not of my own volition. It was a ex-girlfriend, so she's like, "Let's put out these crystals." Okay, cool. What? That sounds cool. Let's do it. Whatever. Placebo effects are cool too.
I guess when there's a full moon, that would be a good time to, or if there's a new moon, anytime, I guess. But full moon is usually the best because that's when they can get the most light. I use a selenite. It's just, I have like 3 different slabs. I say that like it's a big fucking, but it's just like, I have like a square that's like this big, and a selenite, it's like this long, and
So you're not redoing your kitchen floors.
I wish I could afford that, but also if I spill water ever, it's going to disintegrate. So certain
are your slabs like specific for cleansing, like you're washing them, or like is it a spiritual cleansing, or is it both?
Cleansing, I would say. So if I put like amethyst on top of the selenite slab, the selenite is gonna absorb the energy that the amethyst has taken from me, or the negative energy that's being associated with the amethyst. It's going to take it and it's going to convert it into good energy. That's what selenite does. It absorbs. You don't have to cleanse selenite.
That's very
so that's why I really like it.
You don't have to cleanse selenite. It's like bar soap.
It cleans itself.
So that's a cool thing. That's how I cleanse most of mine, unless
I need more dishes made of
Don't use selenite. It'll disintegrate.
No, it will deteriorate.
What happened to my eggs? They disintegrated.
This isn't where I
my car. Fry, do you have any proximity to crystals at all, or what's the deal?
No, not anymore. When I was a kid, I was really into like mineralogy and all that stuff, where you'd like look at different minerals and what they did and different rocks, and like I knew weird. I go through phases like where I get really obsessed with stuff. Even as a kid, I guess I didn't, but like I knew what sedimentary stone was, and that's one that still sticks out to my brain because I'm like, look, you can measure the water levels that used to be in this canyon if you just look at this type of stone. My mom was like obsessed with like quartz crystal and like rose quartz and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was into this stuff with the crystals for a while. It's probably where I got it from. She'd talk about like geodes and breaking. She used to love to take us places to break those open and, do stuff like that. That's why I got really into Tiger's Eye, because I was like, it was kind of because of my mom, because she was really into this stuff, and she's like, yeah, get whatever you want. I really was attracted to like the black and gold stone and colors of the Tiger's Eye. So I used to carry those around in my pockets like all the time when I was a kid, because I thought it was just the coolest looking thing ever. But I think the most recent thing we had was like a salt rock stone thing that you plug into the wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Himalayan salt rock or whatever, and it's supposed to like help purify the air around you or something like that. But we have one of those. It's somewhere in the house.
Yeah. Turn that baby on. Let that thing shine.
I gotta find it.
I went into a float tank salt area, and they just had this whole room of Himalayan salt, and I just sat in there for like 5 minutes, and I was like,
you just float.
Wow.
Right?
Well, no, this was just their salt room. So they had like Himalayan salt lamps all over, and just like salt on the ground, and it was like a whole area of just being inside of basically like a crystal kind of. It was so, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like a weight was lifted off of my chest immedially. Like it was just so cool.
That's so cool.
Could have been a placebo,
who cares?
But who cares? It worked.
It works. Placebos work.
Sadie, you just float. I got bored in one. We had a friend that owned. I did. I thought this was a safe place, Josh. I thought this was safe. I guess I'm wrong.
No, not at all. It's just talking about the doshas earlier. Definitely less earth than anything else.
It's like
you're in there for
you gotta keep moving.
For like an hour, man. Like it's a long time to just be sitting there. But it's you get in a tank and you just float, Sadie, and it's like enough salt to cause your body to be
like the Dead Sea
buoyant or whatever. Like the Dead Sea, exactly. And the one I was in had like different LED lights and like music that you could hear if you let your ears go into the water. But yeah, at about the 40-minute mark, the 45-minute mark, I would say you don't have a clock, so your sense of time is on you. But I'm just like I wanted to see you because you're so heavy because of the water.
Oh my god,
that's rude. That is the truth. I just rolled over and was like, I wonder if I could do a push-up. And then I just started doing push-up. I was like, this is crazy. Look at how heavy I am now.
That's awesome.
If you're into like quiet and just like vibing out, it's great.
Dude, I have a mind palace, bro. Whenever it's quiet time, or if I have to just sit somewhere, I have a mind palace that
You're building.
I'm terribly afraid I'll fall asleep.
Yeah, so you have to it's actually this is kind of woo woo. It's off topic, but like I have a mind palace, and whenever I'm having to practice peace or quiet or whatever, you construct this image in your head or this place in your head, and you go there, and you have to meticulously detail every aspect of it, and each room takes. I'm only in the foyer right now. I don't even know what rooms look like.
Fight Club,
because I'm trying
when
to
he's
build
with
this.
The penguin and it says slide.
Oh yeah, kind of like that. But it's also like supposed to be a tool. Like it's for peace and meditation.
Yeah,
but you also
are.
like you place things in rooms like so you can access memories. Like similar to it happened on Sherlock. They talked about that, but like. You store emotions in certain places and get feelings.
Compartmentalize.
It's an active compartmentalization.
There's like guided meditations that I've done where it's like place whatever you're worried about right now into this box and then lock it and then look. Yeah.
Put it in the shelf.
It's really cool
next to the unicorn. Awesome. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's got a purple moat, dude.
When you first started explaining it, I was like, Josh got really high and started playing Minecraft, and now he really thinks this is all in his head. But somewhere out there, he's got this
he doesn't even know.
Minecraft palace that he built while he was high.
Yeah, dude.
And he doesn't even know it just exists somewhere in the world of Minecraft.
Yeah,
it's got a purple moat.
Yeah, it's got a purple moat. It's got a deck that goes, or a patio that wraps around, and it's got a little rotunda.
A little wraparound, huh?
Like a dolphin.
Like a dolphin.
I told you kids.
Okay, crystals for me. I just want to share a story. Dan and I lived in an RV for just under a year, and one of the first places that we stopped was in New Mexico, in Santa Fe, just outside of Santa Fe, and it was a full moon. It probably was September, maybe October, full moon, and we're parked on top of this like mountain. And all around on the ground were crystals. There were just like, I don't know if it was rose quartz, but it looked like rose quartz or maybe citrine.
There's tons of turquoise in Santa Fe. Like tons of turquoise. Just
big chunks. I have some still. But it was just so like, I don't know. It was like a sign kind of to me, like a protection a little bit. Like, it's okay. You're on this journey, and you're going to be protected during it. So
that's beautiful.
I took a couple, but
I've never from the land.
Yep, cursed.
Yeah, but eventually I'll give my body to the land, so everything
back around,
will be returned
circle.
Eventually.
Yeah,
it's a circle.
Yeah. Make sure you die there.
Make sure you die in that spot.
We're all stardust anyway.
Yeah, that exact spot.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool that I don't know. I was in a specific place and like seriously worried, like what the frick did we just do? We sold all of our belongings and now we just live on the road. Who am I? And then it just kind of was like, hey, it's okay. You're gonna find really beautiful places, and the moon is gonna bless you. And here's some gems too. Ta-da.
Hey,
awesome.
Hey, you're gonna be okay, kid. Here's some rocks. That's pretty cool.
And you're going to be able to find the exact place where you can get back to the land because it's the place that's only the place that's missing crystals that you stole.
Exactly. I'll bring them back someday.
I wouldn't.
Maybe.
Please don't beat me for that. All right. Are we ready
I like
for
that,
the
though.
next
That's a
one?
magical moment. Crystals are fun and they give us... Ooh.
There we go. That was the bell, Josh. Shush.
You're late for class.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it was perfect.
Okay.
That reminds me of Glass Onion, Josh.
You're an onion. You are.
Remember the dogs?
Yeah.
No. Please explain this dong.
Josh, do you remember what the dog
in the movie? Every hour he installed a big dong. And it was a dong from a bell and from a human saying dong. Every hour we would do that.
I'm so happy you took her joke literally. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for not
could have gone
just
going
let me
the way
know.
that it could have. We've got breath work. That's probably backwards for you. Breath work.
That sounds like a lyric from a rap song. Let me see your breath
like,
work. Make your neck work.
Oh,
There it is, yeah. That's perfect.
Edward Norton did breath work on Incredible Hulk, the movie.
Yeah, that's actually a great scene with Hoist Gracie.
He was doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
To control his anger.
So
Yeah.
I was recently with our older sister and her kids, and they were talking about how they had learned something at daycare or something. And my nephew, he's like, well, I forget what it's called, like starfish or something. And he goes, and we learned how to do it. And you go,
ooh.
and my nephew, he's 3,
Starfish.
and he's teaching me this breath work thing, and I'm just like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna walk away because I have to cry.
I love that.
It was so cute. And then there was another one. It's like a ball where you go like this, and you're like, and you like let it out. It was so cute watching him do it.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
cool.
so sweet.
That's really fucking cool.
A 3-year-old.
Nice.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you do it after by yourself?
I had to.
Yeah. Because you made me want to do it while you did it. I was like, I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luca.
Thank you, Luca.
So that's what I know.
I took some Tai Chi classes, and I took some Kung Fu classes for a longer time when I was younger. And both of them is part of like Qigong is what you call like Chinese basic morning routine stuff. I forgot what it's really called, but it's all like the same, same house. And breathwork is a big part of it. Like even thinking about belly versus chest and the order of operations and like where your breath goes and how you exhale it and stuff is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like to hold my breath a lot because I do like pool running under waters. So like that's kind of a control thing and like regulating. I feel like at a certain point you're sort of regulating your blood flow, like monitoring your heart rate versus air intake and
stretching your
also,
lungs.
I've been beatboxing since I was 17, so like I'm really in tune with
how
lung
long can you hold your
stuff.
breath?
Mm-hmm.
The most I've done is 2 minutes,
I
but
can
that was a long
I can do a
time
minute
ago.
on command.
Like,
I've always been
nice.
able to do that. Let's go.
On
That's
command.
Cool. On command. I used to do that in a study
I
hall
love
when I had
that,
no
though.
homework. I would just see how long I could hold my breath over and over.
No, like just an adult experience. Like she's so prepared. Sadie's so prepared for like another adult to look at her and be like, "Hold your breath now," and she's like,
Do that shit right fucking now, bro. I'll do it right now. Oh,
yeah. I dare you to tell me.
Katie? You should put that on your resume for sure.
No, just walk up to somebody like Sadie could be the random person that just walks up to somebody and is like, "How long do you think I can hold
I
my
can
breath?"
hold my breath for a minute.
Who do you think
Or I
can
can have
hold
more
their
breath.
breath longer?
Like just tap
Your bitch ass or me? That's what I would say. I would be the perfect
Next time you're
person to
arguing
do like random
something entirely
interviews.
different.
I think.
I want to do that so bad.
Yes.
like
And
Billy
then
on
you
the
just
street.
walk away and say, "Still not breathing."
Oh. I told you. What kind of punk ass can't hold their breath longer than 30 seconds? That one.
Loser.
I'm telling your mom.
Go to your mom. And then I'm going to tell her to tell your dad you're a
Good
disappointment.
luck.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you guys have done that already.
They did this stuff in Avatar. The actors had to learn how to hold their breath. And Kate Winslet could do 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I saw
wild.
that. She did the longest breath holding that was ever filmed or like during a
Something like
production.
that, yeah.
She like broke the record. She broke
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's record. So
Tom
beat that,
Cruise's
Tom
record.
Cruise.
And then Tom Cruise
Yeah, and
broke
Tom Cruise
his long
died
record.
to do that record.
He died.
Well,
No.
maybe he could try it.
Well,
again.
he's alive, but he
got
had to be
Holy
resuscitated on the
Just
set
kidding.
of
Oh, I
Mission
bet.
Impossible because for like that dude's nuts though. Like he's absolutely fully insane.
Yeah.
He's just not right. So we've talked a little bit about breath work. More specifically, there are some breath techniques that are taught during yoga practices. One of my favorites is probably, it's called Ujjayi, but basically you inhale through your nose, and when you exhale, it's almost like you're trying to fog a glass, like a mirror, but your mouth is closed. So you're exhaling through your nose.
Not that hard.
A little bit of restriction, just a little bit.
Oh, I can't wait till his video's in HD and I can see all of this.
You.
While I'm editing this, it's going to be phenomenal.
You kind of hear it a little bit when you exhale.
I'm going to try to fog it now.
It's almost like you're sighing, like you're...
Yeah, because you
Pacheco,
can feel
stop
it in your throat when you're doing it.
Yeah. So that's a breath technique that you could like take anywhere, especially if you're slightly frustrated.
Sorry.
I really like to use it when I'm like, come on, Fry, get with it. Stop paying attention to Josh and pay attention to me.
I know.
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Yes, thank you. That's a perfect explanation.
It's a natural thing, but like if you're in a moment of frustration, that's something so easy you can just come back to and do it until you're not pissed off anymore. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It brings it right back.
How fast can you starfish, bro?
Whoa.
How fast can you do it?
On command.
Double entendres. I think I'm just going to call the part 2 of woo-woo shit. Part 2 of woo-woo shit will be double entendres. That will be the name of this one. So many.
One other breath. I'm just going to teach you guys one more because I feel like it. Haha.
It's your
called
show.
Bumblebee breath.
Bumblebee breath.
There are
Bumblebee tuna?
Yeah, there's placements for your fingers, so like your hands go over your earlobes to close them.
Okay.
And then like this comes here to like your nose. The ring fingers go over your eyes, and then the rest like kind of just rests. I can't do it right now because I have earplugs in. But you eventually close your eyes, and then you close your mouth, and you're gonna put your tongue to where your teeth meet your gums on the inside. You're gonna close your mouth, and then you're gonna make like a little buzzing noise.
I have a question. Where your teeth meet your gums, like in your lips or the roof of your mouth?
Up top.
The roof of your mouth. Gotcha. Okay.
And then you close your mouth and you make a buzzing noise on the exhale. So you'll inhale and then exactly. So you just keep doing that for like 30 seconds
until they commit you.
No.
Well, Josh, you can't. You're laughing because you're pretending you're a superhero the whole time you have your hands on your face.
No,
you gotta put your
pinky
a little bit lower.
Okay.
And then here. So you look like this. It's silly, but hey, just do it.
Dog, now I realize what that reminded me of. That looked like the alien from Pan's Labyrinth. That's what it was reminding me of.
The
like
exhale
the
alone is pretty powerful because, you're creating that vibration.
I love that.
Exactly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Really, I do.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. I have a little tiny story about this. When I was in first grade, Mrs. Pease's class, it was the first time I had to read out loud. And I just remember I was so nervous. It was my turn, and everybody was talking, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to do my own thing. And I just like I put my head in my hands, and I started humming, and I was basically doing this breath. And my teacher was sitting next to me, and she goes, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're making noises." And I was like, "You could hear that?" I thought, I didn't know that like humming, you could.
I used to do that.
I thought that was
too.
my internal monologue.
I would like yell in my
mouth. And so
I didn't know people could hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, little did I know I was intuitively doing this bumblebee breath to try to calm my nervous system. That's what this breath does, is when you're super stressed out, when you're overwhelmed and you just can't handle, just do this breath. Like, make that little humming noise in your mouth.
It really is nice. Reminds me of in the pool sometimes, underwater.
Brooke, are you getting the messages in the chat?
Oh, no.
Oh, we're flirting in the chat.
Oh, okay. We've got like one topic left. Does anybody else want to talk about breath work before we close this up?
Breath work.
I suck at it. My breath work is literally getting in the car and yelling out the F word.
No, see, you're not translating yourself properly, dude. Because like you do cardio every day. So
here's what I do in the gym. I do bring my hands up to hold it, and I bring my hands down to. And I'm sure I look foolish in the gym, but it's because I've had issues with my breath and my cardio since like 2020. So I find like the more I can hold my breath in and then breathe out, I get less lightheaded after a while. So I try to get more oxygen into my system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a rhythm. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. There's a practice that I've heard of that is similar to that. So you're kind of doing it intuitively, where like you stretch out like this, and then like you bring your hands down. And it clears out the phlegm. It's crazy.
Especially if you partake in smoking weed. It's really good to do that. Yeah, for real.
Or any substance.
Anything you inhale.
All right. We ready?
All right,
one more.
Go.
Una más.
Okay.
This is the last one?
Last one, lightning round.
Watch it.
Lightning round.
Please.
Watch out.
It's astrology.
Astrology.
I'm a Scorpio.
Salad for me?
Salad fingers?
Scorpio. I heard you guys are like dangerous and murderous. What's the deal with them?
Can't tell you.
I don't know anything about
can't
Scorpio.
tell
What's the
you.
deal with those Scorpios?
No,
yeah, secretive. Secretive.
I would
she
not
told
kill
you,
you.
she'd have to
I
kill
would
you.
make you die without knowing. You would
Suffer
never know.
eternally.
Slowly,
you would only die on the inside.
Until you're just a husk of a man. Guess what? Scorpios, okay. I'm a Taurus. Stuff that I see about what Tauruses are usually pretty accurate to who I am. Actually, I'm not a fan of astrology, but like it's very accurate, except for the part where like you're good with money. Shut up.
There's something else in your chart that's keeping that from happening.
Oh, I think it's a pit of money. Yeah, just
black hole.
Throw it in there. Yeah,
I think mine's called mine. I think what's keeping me back is called a wife that likes iTunes and Amazon.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
iTunes. Every time you look at the receipt book, iTunes and Amazon.
It's hard.
Damn. What is she buying on iTunes?
I don't know. I don't get it. Like, how? If you're only listening to iTunes, how do you hear so much new music?
She needs it all.
True.
Yeah, every single thing.
Love it. I'm a Leo. That's my sun
Leo.
sign.
I'm gonna call you Simba.
Look at me.
Well, my brother's a Leo, and I don't see you guys being similar.
When's his birthday?
How would a Leo who? That's kind of personal. August.
Why?
You don't know it.
No,
he's got the most generic name ever too. It's Nick. It's like she's gonna find the one Nick on that exact day that's your brother.
No, I think what Sadie's getting at is like the placement in the month or during the season of Leo can determine how much of a Leo you are, or if you're more like.
So when's your brother's birthday?
Jeez.
Leo, Virgo.
I don't know time.
There's like
early
three
August
for each sign, so there's usually three. I think I'm the second decan of Scorpio, so.
Decan?
Just the placement, the time of the month that you were born, or the time of the astrological sign.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said sun rising. Isn't that what you said, Brooke? What's that? Your sun sign?
My sun sign. So that's where the sun was when I was born.
Okay. Versus
So
the moon.
I was born at 4:28 in the morning. The sun was in the sign Leo, so that's where it was in the sky. And then you also have other signs, which are like your rising sign, which is like what planet or astrological thing was coming over
changes every 2 hours.
horizon. And then you have your moon sign. Yeah. And then you
Changes
have your
every
moon
2
sign.
hours.
So that's where the moon was when you were born as well. So
it's actually
that's
really
what I
interesting
needed.
stuff. I've listened to the Ricky Williams podcast a lot. Like, I'll send you one that I like, Brooke, that like, because sometimes they get off topic because he's a former football player. So sometimes they'll just start talking sports, but you can tell that he prefers to talk about astrology. And I'll try to share it in Discord so you can kind of hear him talk about it. But it's actually really, really, because I'm not super like about it because my mom was really like into it. So I don't know. I find myself pulling from things that were kind of, I felt like forced into quite a bit. But yeah, it's very interesting to listen to and him talk about other people's astrological charts. Like I found it pretty eye opening, and he does it based on Josh's actual birthday and actual like birth time of celebrities who probably have more to lose than yourself or Nicholas.
I was making
so
a
weird
joke.
about it. What day? You didn't even give the day. You said early August. Tell her the day. What was it?
I was talking while you were yelling, so it's the 6th or 7th. I forgot. Sorry, Nick. But I don't know about time. But I have a question. No, I don't care if you cut it. He knows. I get it wrong every year.
Okay.
It's 6th or 7th. All right. Consider it 2 days.
It's one of them.
But I have a question regarding like because it changes every 2 hours, like the location of the sun and the moon. That's cool. But like, okay, well, what about? I was born in Germany. I think it was 4:30 in the morning in Oregon because that's my grandma told me I was born on the 17th. So like, this back in time. So like the position you are on the Earth, would that matter? If I was born in Singapore, okay, cool.
Yes. So there are plenty of websites and places that you can get your astrological chart read, and it asks you for your time, your date, and your place of birth, and that's how it'll like say, okay, in Princeton, Illinois, on August 18th at 4:28 in the morning, the stars were like this. So
it's really cool.
Yeah.
The stars were like.
You should do another episode like on the Chinese New Year.
Oh man, I know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Like
we
what
can
you're.
Let's just plan on revisiting woo-woo shit again because we didn't even get through half of it. So like
I'm cancer, by the way.
Cancer, what a cancer thing to say.
Just in case.
I was waiting for you, Fry. So cancers are kind of hard exterior and soft interior. If you think of like a crab and how they have like their protective. So you protect yourself a lot, probably from a lot of emotions, I'm assuming, but you have like a soft, cushy inside that
it's a water sign.
That it stings. You have
You're
like
emotional.
It stinks.
A little bit.
Emotional.
A little bit, but I'm in touch with it. Like I accept it. Like I like the sad movie that we saw for this week's other show.
Yeah, hey, y'all go see Otto, the Tom Hanks movie. Otto. It'll really help your heart. It's a good movie.
We're gonna be reviewing it on Popcorn and Beers. Wrapping up Gorp, Brooke, you were an excellent captain of this wild pirate ship.
Picking the reins.
Thank you.
Yep, in the pay boost.
Where can they reach you, Brooke, if they want more information?
Oh, the fans can reach me at Brooker Loves on Instagram.
Oh, I'm at Sadie on
Instagram.
Oh, Sadie, sorry. Just jumping in. Classic man.
Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Josh, where can they reach you in the show?
JR Berkeley on the gram or at Gorp Show on the gram and Twitter.
Where can they buy your merchandise?
It's going to be a .com someday soon.
Very soon, very soon. But I think you have stuff still up on that one website, don't you?
Don't worry about that.
Redbubble?
No. Yeah. It's on Redbubble, but yeah. Deal with that later.
That's where I get all my Josh shirts from. If you guys watch some of the other shows, that's where I purchase it from. If you want to reach the show, you can reach us on YouTube in the comments. We are at TheSadFan, all one word, podcast network. We are so happy to have everyone here, and you can reach me at TheSadFan12. We look forward to having you back.
Bye.
And keep on gorping.